Welcome to this special documentary on the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the International Trade Fair, which has journeyed into the 10th anniversary. In this program, we give you insight, a journey for the Chamber and the Trade Fair, and that you get now. Abuja, popularly known as the Center of Unity or the Seat of Power, was selected as the new capital of Nigeria on the 4th of February 1976 by the former head of state, General Murtala Mohammed. Physically located in the center of the country and viewed as neutral both ethnicity and religiously.
The history of the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, it's easily linked with the evolution of Abuja itself as a federal capital city. After the government of the day then, led by General Murtala Mohammed, decreed the Abuja into being in 1976, and work started gradually, preparations and all that. But the population of Abuja did not really begin. The migration into Abuja did not really commence till about late 82 to 83.
The territory is located just north of the confluence of the Niger River and Benue River. It is bordered by the states of Niger to the west and north, Kaduna to the northeast, Nasarawa to the east and south, and Kogi to the southwest. Lying between latitude 8.25 and 9.20 north of the equator and longitude 6.45 and 7.39 east of Greenwich Meridian. Abuja has a landmass of approximately 7,315 kilometers. It is situated within the Savannah region with moderate climatic conditions. Abuja has a growing population of over 6 million people. Abuja has the advantage of being well planned over many capital cities. Visitors and arriving residents will be greeted by wide, well-designed and maintained roads and clean streets. Abuja has excellent access to the wider road networks to the rest states in the country. It is built on a Precambrian basement granite rock complex of distinctive domes and hills, the most attractive of which is called Aso Rock. The territory is the headquarters of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. International and domestic flights arrive at the famous Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, which is a 20-minute drive from the Secretariat of the Chamber. This is the home of the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Abuja City is the newest city in the country. So that also what made Abuja Chamber of Commerce as one of the newest chambers of commerce in the country. Abuja was designated as a civil service or a government city. So the emphasis initially was not on business. So to attract businessmen or industrialists, manufacturers into Abuja was now or also was an issue. Because the businessmen, the industrialists have to be in place before you start setting up a chamber of commerce. So the initial problem actually, and that is where I actually laud the efforts of our members and my past presidents, who incidentally laid the foundation of our success today. They went against the tide or against the flow of opinion and established the Chamber of Commerce against every sort of challenge.
A master plan for the entire trade fair complex covering over 30 hectares located at kilometer 8 Airport Road, Abuja, comprise the following facilities: 2 number 7-star hotel towers, world-class exhibition pavilions, international convention center, commercial office towers, service apartments, residential apartment blocks, recreational and leisure amenities, multi-story public car pass, utility hub, chamber administrative office complex and auxiliary facilities, health clinic, police post, fire service station, etc., all within an ambient environment. The proposed project is conceived as an infrastructural and material response to the commercial needs of the city of Abuja as a hub for business. Investors are being sought to execute these projects on public-private partnership basis, and when fully completed, the complex will favorably compete with other similar world-class facilities. The Chamber, in partnership with a group of investors from South Africa, are constructing a mega shopping mall as part of the integrated development of the complex, and this will be the biggest of its kind in Abuja and indeed in Nigeria. Let's take you through a journey on the Chamber and the Abuja International Trade Fair, which clocks 10th anniversary in 2015. Our guides are past presidents and current executives of the Chamber. The Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry was established in 1986, and its main objectives are to protect the interests of commerce and industry and also express the opinion of the business community on questions affecting trade, industry, mines and agriculture in the Federal Capital in particular and in Nigeria in general.
Well, you know, Abuja started in the 1980s, middle of 1980s. And when it started, it was just people coming in to trade, to start work, and to go away. Not many people are living in Abuja. But towards the end of the 1980s, 88, 89, people are becoming resident in Abuja. The Agura Hotel, in which I was the director, I was the finance director of Agura Hotel from 1989, came to be, and it was then the only functioning hotel in Abuja until Hilton came in, late 1980s. All this came together through the inspiration of another person from Mina who was speaking to a friend in Abuja to constitute others together and register with the NASIMA, National Association of the Chamber of Commerce in Nigeria.
The idea of the chamber was mooted primarily by Chief Saro, who was the first president, and Alhaji Danusa, who was very active in NASIMA and ultimately was NASIMA president at the point, and a few other persons, Haji Uwani, and a few other persons who started the idea of started meeting and ultimately said they should have Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
The Chamber's aim is to encourage greater understanding, cohesion, and unified sense of cooperation among businesses and business organizations.
Chamber is part of Nigeria's organized private sector. Okay, Abuja as a city until now was essentially a civil service city, not like Lagos, which has ports and so many business activities. So early, about 10-15 years ago, there was minimum business activities apart from the markets that you will see. So the chamber came as a result of business operators coming together and said, okay, let us form a chamber of commerce and let us work in partnership with the government.
We were that private arm of government that was trying to stand up and play a definite positive role in the development of the city. And it was a very big task, but we hadn't any infrastructure on the ground. So some of us who got around to form the chamber were hell-bent and determined to scale through that hurdle. And as like you see, as you're reporting today, we've scaled that. But it was a very tough time for us.
The chamber is established not for profit, and all its income and property are therefore applied solely for the promotion of its objective. In the attainment of its aims and objectives, the chamber is committed to no political greed. The chamber is not only a forum for already successful businessmen and women, but also to starters. In addition, it embraces all aspects of genuine businesses, including manufacturing, trading, contracting, farming, importing and exporting, mining, financing, etc.
When we came here at this present site you saw here, it was difficult to attract members to even come here for meetings, talk less of the exhibitors to come for our fair. So, but through the efforts of our members and our past presidents, success is our name today.
So by the time I joined the chamber, Abuja was essentially a civil servant city then, and the bulk of the members of the chamber then were made up of ex-civil servants who were just also trying to get their own footprints on business. So I joined after I did the legal work which I was engaged to do. And over the period I've seen a transformation from being a strictly civil servant city to become a business city. Because if you talk as of today, in terms of real estate business, tourism, and even the hotel business, Abuja stands out. And indeed has become a business destination for Nigerians.
Before 2015, when this present executive came on board, there was nothing like that in the chamber. Everything was being done manually. There was no database. They had a website, of course, and the website was more like a postal site. So the executive committee decided to change all that. And what we've been able to do is to have an interactive portal. The portal, of course, is the accinigeria.com. And what that portal immediately does is to be interactive between it as the chamber as well as the public and its publics, not just its member, people who are interested in seeking information, people who are interested in joining the chambers. We also have a membership management plugin that members can log into. We have a payment platform on the portal, and we are now trying to also include a training platform on that portal.
Since inception of this chamber, the mining sector has really not had it so easy until a few years ago when I came on board. And ever since I came on board, I will be trying and liaison with our president, who also has that interest in mining, and then this first vice president, is Kayode, former minister. He's also an investor in the mining sector. We've actually tried to bring on board, as members of this chamber, to help them drive the mining sector, the Miners Association of Nigeria.
We have been doing a lot in terms of trading, but the trading has dovetailed now into industries, because we are encouraging our members not only to just go to China and buy products. We want them to start small-scale industry.
Agriculture is the infant. We left agriculture, that is why Nigeria is in the position she is. You know, agriculture is the infant. It's our, as Yoruba people will say it, it's our own cultural work. So we need to really do much about agriculture. That is why I mobilized members of my trade group to go all out, looking for the agric areas, that is the farmers, the poultry, the fishery, and all sorts. And really, we have been very successful in that aspect.
The president and ESCO has convened a steering committee to develop policies that will target small and medium enterprises and take their disputes away from police stations and bring it to a suitable environment where those of us who are business oriented can help them resolve their disputes. So that is where we are now.
The Chamber of Commerce, Abuja Chamber of Commerce, is an organization that needs the media at this point in time. This is the time of change. We have changed quite a lot of things as far as the media is concerned. We are really in good relationship with the media, both the print and the electronic media, because we believe that the chamber needs to be known all over the federation and needs to be known internationally. So we have been working very closely with the media to ensure that the chamber, takes the rightful place in people's minds.
The journey for Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry was not easy, but keeps climbing to the top.
The chamber received tremendous cooperation from then government, several of the governments in the past, particularly the government of General Jeremiah Oseni,
yes,
who knew the importance of partnership between public and private sector.
We were organizing trade fairs from the Abuja Chamber of Commerce at the old parade ground in the city. After 4 organizations, we now moved to this present site, which was a virgin site that had been given to us by JTUZ. The opening years were not very successful in the sense that the attendance to the fairs were not that much once we moved from the old parade ground. But we have noticed over the years, this is I think the 5th time we are organizing a trade fair in this complex, and things have been improving.
There is so many milestones have been achieved. Remembering the first trade fair which we held 10 years ago, the place was scanty, non-presence of MDAs, non-presence of credible exhibitors and participants. But what we could see is year by year, exhibition by exhibition, we are building or gradually building up our capacity to organize, our capacity to lure or attract quality membership, quality exhibitors and participants, and then of course bringing in foreign exhibitors.
When I joined this chamber, we are just run, haters, scatter, and all those things. But we thank God today. Most of the staff here, we are enjoying today because what we are facing in that time is not the time we are now. We are enjoying that, and the chamber is bigger now.
It is pertinent to note that the Abuja Chamber of Commerce has continued to move from strength to strength on a yearly basis. I can assure you, as of today, we are having over 2,000 members, both corporate and small and medium enterprises.
This man called General Jeremiah Oseni, gave us a 25-hectare piece of land along the airport road, and that made all the difference for us. Yes, after getting the land, we had a problem of what do we do with the land? We had no money to put up any structure, but again, in clear determination, there is tough determination to succeed. We put up something. A small secretariat, better than a boys' quarter. Here we are today, talking tough, talking with Lagos Chamber of Commerce, talking with Abuja Chamber of Commerce, talking with the best chambers of commerce across the world. We have come of age. And looking back, for some of us who were there at the beginning, it's a great thing of joy. And the city and the federal government have taken judicious notice of who we are, what we do, and how helpful we are to them in managing the city.
When we started the trade fair, this year will mark the 10th anniversary of our trade fair. Every year, back to back, we've never missed our trade fairs. We've done this Abuja International Trade Fair, approved fully approved as a Grade A trade fair by NACIMA. And then we started the trade fair at the parade ground. In those days, parade ground was the center of activity in Abuja. Everything took place there, including the Independence Day celebrations. In fact, the first Independence Day celebrations was held in October 1982 by President Shagari. And over time, that trade fair had been at the beehive of activity, various national activities, including our trade fair. So we've been doing our trade fairs there, and we've done quite a number of trade fairs. Both the annual trade fair and a few specialized trade fairs were done there. And but by the time we now moved to our permanent site, which is the International Abuja Trade Fair Complex along Airport Road. We have enough space there. We have acquired certain infrastructure, huge canopies and the covered air-conditioned canopies that could actually give us a first-class trade fair. So we decided to locate our trade fair to permanent. So this trade fair will be the second that we'll do in that site, in the permanent site.
Actually, it is everything is moving on very well. The way the expectation we have before we became the council members, everything is going on well. Yeah, and we're looking forward. We're looking forward for the development of the chamber in the new